What is up, everybody, and welcome once again to the Unrelated Sports Podcast. I am Andy McConnell. With me, as always, my partner in crime, Mr. Cody Allstat. Cody, how we doing?
We're doing great. I'm happy to be podcasting for the second week in a row, and this time it's on the normal day. That's kind of nice.
I don't know.
We're actually going on Tuesday, about an hour later than normal, but I'm not complaining. Andy, get a new computer.
I know. We'll work on it eventually. How was your Memorial Day weekend?
Short. Worked.
Oh, yeah. How was that yesterday? How was it?
Ooh, it was a long day. It was a very, very long day.
For the fives of customers that were in there?
Tens.
Okay.
We actually did have a couple rushes. It was weird. It was definitely for the meat department. It was the busiest holiday we've had so far that we've been open.
Okay, then. Interesting.
Doesn't make me like it anymore, but yeah, it was reality.
Did you do anything exciting on Sunday at all?
What did I? I went. So I went bowling with my buddy Scott Biederman. He's a loyal listener. I believe he was actually listening to last week's episode on his drive to bowl.
Nice.
Bowled in Decorah, and just to make him feel really bad, it was just me and him. My first game, I shot a 147, I want to say, and he shot a 67.
Oh, that's not even a nice number.
No, and then the second game, I shot like a 128 or something around there, and he shot a 68.
Still not a nice number.
And then the third game we played, which you paid for an hour. We end with two guys who are actually bowling. It went really quick. We got 3.5 games in.
Nice.
When it was with me and my family, we did not get a full game in that hour. So a little difference, but
you also have two little children.
And we had to set up, like for Aiden, we had to set up that dragon slide. Yeah. And let him, and he'd just run up and wham it and run them back.
Yep.
But and we'd also have to get them out of the arcade every time because they just run to that.
Yep.
But
I know what you mean.
The third game, I shot a 95, and he beat me. I think he shot like a 127, 120 something. He had a turkey in the middle of that game.
Holy wow!
Which was very impressive.
Quick little trivia question for you. Do you know what 4 in a row is in bowling?
Impossible.
No, it's called a ham bone. Shout out to
really?
Stone. Yeah, I learned it off of watching professional bowling. You know, if you're sick, when you're sick as a kid, you have nothing better to watch. So
Price is Right.
I watch that.
Everybody watches Price is.
I know, but that's only on a certain hour of the day. You turn on ESPN Classic. You're watching either if they have PBA bowling on there. They had some darts once upon a time. They had Stump the Schwab, R.I.P. It's fun times. I
believe you. I would watch movies and Price is Right. That's because I was a normal child, I guess.
I did watch comparatively. I did watch The Price is Right, though. And then I watched other stuff after that.
You're still strange.
Well, duh.
How about you? Did you do anything fun this weekend?
Well, went out to my aunt and uncle's over by Kendallville, hung out with the family and stuff, played some cards. Unfortunately, it was Austin's partner and on Saturday night playing euchre, and he didn't get cards to save his life. He was bad. He was bad luck to be partnered with that day. It happens, but
yep.
Yeah. Not so was not a strong night for us there and card playing wise. However, watched a little bit of hockey over the weekend. My Dallas Stars won twice, one Saturday night and then one Monday night. Go up 2-1, and tried to watch the greatest day in motorsports. Let's see, watch the Parade of Monaco, which it was on, so that's about all I got there.
I didn't see anything on it really, other than the picture that Catman sent us.
Yeah, you missed nothing except for Sergio Perez's big wreck on lap 1. That's about it. Other than that, Charles Leclerc won, and there was 4 total passes throughout the whole race.
Wow.
Yeah, just for reference, on the last lap of the Indy 500, there were 2 passes for the lead.
Wow.
Yeah, which that race, while rain delayed, thank you, Mother Nature, that race lived up to the hype. You had 4 drivers battling for the win within the last like 10 laps, and then it ends with Joseph Newgarden passing Pato O'Ward on the last lap to win his second consecutive Indy 500. Something that's only been done 6 times, I believe, 6 or 7.
Wow. How many runnings of it is there now?
108.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
pretty impressive.
yeah. And kind of the coolest thing was, so Newgarden did this last year when he won, but after he won, he parked the car right on the start finish line on the yard of bricks, and then jumped into the fence, or under like the big gap on the fence, and then he jumped over actually a chain link fence and jumped into the crowd.
Oh, cool!
It was
man of the people.
Yeah, it's a pretty sweet video to see. He said he's gonna, anytime that he ever is lucky enough to win this race, he will do that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. The only bad part is that the race got delayed until like almost 4:00 Central Time, so it basically killed any chance of Kyle Larson getting to run the true double, meaning the whole Indy 500 and then running NASCAR 600. And then unfortunately, Mother Nature decided, you know what? Let's double dip. And as soon as Larson got to Charlotte, which was about 373 and a half miles of the 600 miles into the race, it rained. And rained some more. And then when it stopped raining, NASCAR tried drying the track for 2 hours. And when it looked like they had it good, and this was about 11 o'clock Central Time, so it would be midnight Eastern, they pulled the plug and called the race official even before Larson got to turn one lap. So my pest of the week is Mother Nature. Thank you,
Mother Nature. The second week in a row, Mother Nature is our pest of the week. Brought to you by Decora Pest Control, who sprays for insects and treats for mice and rats. He has monthly and quarterly services, and he inspects for wood-eating insects. Call Cass at 563-419-3251. Tell him Andy and Cody sent you.
Yeah, I forgot Mother Nature was our pest of the week last week, but you know what?
Different way. This one's more sports related.
That is true. So that part was kind of a bummer. And then
that does, because I'm assuming that Kyle Larson, if he knew he was going to be late for the NASCAR race, he would have raced full that. If he'd had the option of running just one of them, it would have been the NASCAR race.
Actually, he did. He had the option of, and they said, regardless of what was going to happen with the race being delayed and stuff, Indy was his number one priority.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I put my foot in my mouth.
It's just because, I mean, the Indianapolis 500 is the greatest spectacle in racing. It's arguably one of, if not the biggest motor race in the world, or at least in the United States. I'd probably say the 24 Hours of Le Mans might be the best or most prestigious in the world, but still. And Larson ran top like 7 all day, and then got caught speeding on the last.
Yeah, I heard he had
pit stops.
He was doing really well, and then he did lead a little bit after that too, didn't he?
Yeah,
but that was while other people were pitting.
Yeah, they were on a different fuel strategy and maybe trying to stretch it to win, but then he pitted with maybe like 10 laps left, so he still got to lead the Indy 500, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that was about all she wrote.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah,
that surprises me. I'd have thought he'd have been the NASCAR race all the way, but it does make sense, like that being that prestigious, and everybody knows of Indy 500.
Well, and it's how much work and money and time went into this that I think they figured, you know what, this might be a once in a lifetime shot, make her happen. And I don't think they figured everything happening the way it did in Charlotte.
Yeah,
because a lot of us were hoping that, okay, even when the rain delay when he got there and then the rain started falling, it's like, okay, this shouldn't be an all-night thing. The rain looks like it's going to pass. And then you're going to get the spectacle, the storyline of Larson having to come from the back after running to Indy all day to try to go up and win the race, and just ultimately never happened. So, yeah, that is your racing recap. Presented by, me.
Shockingly, that's every episode. Okay, I wish I had a wrestling weekend update or something, but I don't got nothing from that.
Here's what you got. We got playoff hockey.
There is playoff hockey going on right now.
Yes.
Third consecutive overtime game in the Florida Panthers New York Rangers game.
Cody, do you have that game on your phone by chance? There we go.
Yep, I do.
Yep.
You must be a little bit ahead of me.
Just a little bit. I think it was Matthew Tkachuk for the
Florida Panthers
with the game
yes.
Winner. And now
ties the series 2-2.
Yep. And they go back to New York.
Why did I get dude? I went from not caring about hockey beginning of this podcast, and my heart has been racing this entire.
It's playoff hockey. It's what it does.
It's playoff hockey is something special, man. It is cool to see. It is just. I don't even. It's how many players are on the ring?
On the ice at one time.
Yeah.
5 plus the goalie.
6 per side, 12 people, 10 of them just flying everywhere.
Yeah. So.
But yeah.
And actually, I lied. I don't think it was Tkachuk. I think it was Sam Reinhart.
I thought it was.
Oh, maybe it was. I'm trying to look. No, I think it was Sam Reinhart with the game-winning goal. I'm watching the.
That was fantastic.
Yeah. Shout out.
Sam Reinhart goal. Yep.
Kudos to your Florida Panthers.
Now they go to Madison Square Garden for Game 5. Where you know that this year, or I think the playoffs been favoring the away team.
Yeah, and it's weird. Sometimes and I don't know why that is, but the Stanley Cup playoffs are usually like that, where home ice really doesn't mean jack diddly squat. Like
that's crazy.
Like take my Dallas Stars for example. They're 6-1 on the road this postseason.
Yeah.
And I think maybe 500 at home.
The Rangers are now 5-2.
Yeah.
They were.
It's just.
Oh God.
It's just crazy.
We have a visitor.
Yeah, we got more. Look at us. We're just growing visitors on the pod here. It's Cody.
What's up, Bella? Her name is. I don't know if I've told you this. Her name is Bella for Bellatrix from Harry Potter.
Okay, I think you told me. Don't know if we've told the people of the pod.
Okay.
Pod with her.
So we decided we were going to call her Bellatrix was her name, and if she was a nice cat, we were going to call her Bella, and if she was bad, she'd be called Trix. But my wife calls her Bella. I want to call her Trix.
You should. You should just to see what happens.
Out of spite. She's not that bad.
Okay. Well, that's good.
She gets along well with the kids. I mean, she hides from the kids, but she gets along well with everybody, so can't complain too much.
And again, cats are chill. For the most part, they're chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, kudos to your Florida Panthers. They're 2 games away from Stanley Cup final. My Dallas Stars are 2 games away from the Stanley Cup final. We're also 2 games away from breaking everybody in Canada's hearts, which is awesome. We're slowly getting there.
Game 4 is tomorrow for you.
Correct.
I believe, right?
Yep. And then Game 5 between the Panthers and Rangers is Thursday.
Yep.
On ESPN.
I will be probably watching now. My wife is going to hate me for having another sport that I watch religiously, and I won't watch regular season religiously, but
yeah. Hey, she can thank me. That's what I do.
I'm sure she will. She'll send you some notes.
Okay.
Hi, Kat.
That's good. Another Game 5 that will be on Thursday night. Another game was just final. The Minnesota Timberwolves somehow stayed alive, winning in Dallas against the Mavs to keep that series alive at 3-1. I'm going to admit, I was wrong. I thought Dallas would blow the doors off them tonight. I thought Minnesota would fold.
Did you?
I did.
How did Anthony Edwards play tonight? Do you have any stats from that? Because
I will look.
We were talking about him like the next MJ, the next Kobe type of, and he has not looked good so far.
He hasn't.
This series.
He had himself a pretty good game. 29 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists, almost a triple-double.
That's pretty good. So sometimes you need your best player to come alive to stay in a game.
You do, and sometimes you need your second best player to also come alive because Karl-Anthony Towns, the former number 1 pick, the center for the T-Wolves, has played awful this whole postseason. His 3-point shooting has been awful, and tonight he went 4 for 5 from 3.
That's a big lift.
Yeah, 25 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist.
Okay.
So good for Minnesota. Hey, maybe this is how, 04, the Red Sox came back from 3-0 down against the Yankees, and then that ended up like reversing the curse of the Bambino because then they beat the Cardinals in the World Series. Maybe this is what happens with the T-Wolves. This is how they end the Minnesota sports curse, is they just come back from 3-0.
If there is one team of Minnesota that I would like to see end it, it would be the T-Wolves, because now I don't want to see the Vikings win a Super Bowl because that means the Dolphins didn't win it that year.
Yep.
I don't want to see the Wild win it because that means the Panthers don't win the Stanley Cup. I guess the Twins win it. I'll be happy for you. But it's not like the Miami Marlins are going to win anytime soon.
No, but they have won 2 since the Twins last won their first, and they've only been in the league since like '95.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's a bummer.
But I mean, I used to be a Cubs fan. I don't care enough about baseball. I mean, I'll watch a little bit here and there. I considered myself a Cubs fan, but that was just because they hadn't won forever, and I like misery.
Yeah. To the pit
so
of misery.
I've dilly. I've transferred my saying to all Miami other than Iowa and Texas college football and Iowa wrestling.
Which, I mean, Iowa football and Texas football, that's its own type of pain.
It is. I actually did just see a video of making the most mid football and academic school in the United States, and Iowa won the most mid school in college football and academics. So that was it came down between them and University of South Florida.
Oh, okay.
But South Florida hadn't been a football team as long, so Iowa won it.
Yeah, we finally won something. And it's not just punting, so that's good.
Punting is winning.
Punting is winning. Hey, the Twins, we're starting to get healthy. We've won 4 or 5. So you never know. This could be okay.
Have the Marlins won 4 or 5 this year? It's been really bad.
Probably not. But
it's been awful.
Now the Twins will probably run to the Yankees again in the playoffs, and then I'm just. Have I ever said I hate the Yankees? Have I ever?
Do that? I don't think you've never. Sorry, Cass. I know you're a big Yankees fan. I should look up the.
I can't like him now. No, he's voted off the island. I can't like him. Hey, you know who's also voted off the island though? Angel Hernandez, the worst umpire in all of baseball.
I actually had heard of him, and I don't watch any baseball.
Yeah, see, my thing is, if you know an ump or a referee in the NFL's case name, if you know their name, probably not good.
Right. Ed Hockley?
Now, Ed was never bad, but Carl Sheffers, can't stand him at all. Sean Hockley, really cannot stand him.
Sean Hockley, yeah.
That's where I'll more go. It's when those guys are roughing games,
that's Ed's son, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sean is.
Both attorneys at law, by the way, just an FYI.
I knew that. I think you've talked about that on this before.
I have. It's still one of my favorite things. I always love looking at side jobs for
Marlins are 19-36.
Okay.
They've got to be I just wanted to let you know that.
Oh, that's
I could have just looked at the standings. They're better than the White Sox.
Yeah, the White Sox are awful. You hate to see it. Not really, but you hate to see it.
I don't know. I guess
2 more losses than the Rockies. Yeah, I'm looking at the standings right now.
Yeah.
But hey, they're only 3 games behind the Mets, and the Mets' payroll is significantly more. Because they're the Mets.
The amazing Mets.
Yeah. Yeah. Goodbye to Angel Hernandez. All you have to do, just Google, heck, you put it on YouTube. Just search Angel Hernandez missed calls. And my goodness, he is so bad. Everywhere, not just behind the plate. He's bad at first base. He's bad everywhere. He makes Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder would probably be a better umpire than he is.
I actually saw a video last night, and it was just showing some missed calls on pitches. And I was like, holy cow, that's a long. It was a long list of like missed call, and like, yep, this is one game.
Yeah.
Like it was ridiculous. He called so many strikes on balls.
Yeah, he like
Not good.
basically. I was watching something last night where there was a pitch that was halfway in the other batter's box, and it was called a strike. And I think it was actually a strike three. And it's like, oh my gosh, I don't, I
How do you
don't know
miss
how
that?
I don't know how somebody can suck at their job so much and still keep it. I really don't.
He had a long career too.
32 years, and nobody liked him. Like, nope. I don't think there's one player that's saying, you know what, I'm sad that he's gone.
Well, I'm sure there's some pitchers that are.
Yes and no, because he also missed
I
some pitches right down Broadway weren't called strikes. And it's like, how? How? Like,
he
don't get me
almost
wrong.
yeah.
Those pitches are coming in very fast. They're kind of a blur. But at the same token, if you've been umping for that long, you should know what a strike and a ball is.
And it's not like it's you're not paid to do it. It's a full time career at that point.
It is. And actually,
It's
they are full time employees.
they
So,
yeah.
yes.
It's a career. He had a long one. I wouldn't say a great one.
No. No.
He could have been the pest of the week too.
He could. Can we make him a double pet? Can we make him the second
You
pest of
know,
the week? Or we just have one?
I don't know. I'll have to talk to Cass, but
Okay.
he's another decor pest control pest of the week.
Yeah, that's
That
good.
one got squashed though.
He did. See, that's why. Call the court pest control. I'll be squashing like Angel Hernandez.
Heck yeah.
Now, Cody, I know we're as we've said, we're what, the leading podcast in women's sports?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
100%. Like unironically, like we don't do it. We talk about women's sports more than a lot of podcasts I've ever listened to or sports podcasts, and it's not because of anything other than we're genuinely interested in some of these. Like Caitlin Clark has brought our attention to women's basketball.
Exactly. Her basketball team, though, is on the process of drifting eyes away from women's basketball. Because,
yes,
my gosh,
they are not good.
Their
I did
coach
see
is
a
bad,
report.
too.
So bad. Somebody said, it's like, is this why Lisa Bluter left Iowa?
I mean, I've been saying that since like the day that she retired. You never know. It could just be take a year off, get the troops loaded, and then you make a run after that.
Well, I think she would know to use her best asset.
What do you mean? You're telling me sitting Caitlin on the bench for like 6 minutes not a smart call?
Not if you go from ahead to behind in those 6 minutes.
Yeah, and also like telling your team to shoot more twos instead of shooting more threes. Probably not good.
When you've got like one of the best 3-point shooters, collegiately, one of the best 3-point shooters of all time.
Yeah, and I would say she'd probably be like the best in the professional game as well.
I assume that, but it is very early in her career.
That is true.
7 games? I'm gonna give some other players benefit of the doubt for now.
That's true. Sabrina Ionescu is number 1 right now, but you're right. We will give her the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, that Fever team again. They're only 7 games in, but yeah, they need to make some changes, like big time.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a long season.
Yeah, but again, maybe they suck again. They get the number 1 pick for the 3rd straight year, and then you never know what happens from there.
Yeah,
3rd time's a charm.
But I don't think either of their number 1 picks are misses.
No,
it's just
their supporting cast is
yeah.
not good. And also another women's sports news. This weekend is the LPGA's Women's U.S. Open. Nelly Court is going for win number 7 in 8 tries.
Yeah, incredible.
Mercy, she's good. And then kind of shocking news. And I know you don't know a lot of the players on the women's tour, but Lexi Thompson,
I do know Lexi Thompson.
Youngish American star, 29 years old. She just announced that she's going to be retiring like after this event.
That doesn't surprise me actually, because I know I watched I know we'll watch Tosh Point oh, or not Tosh
Yeah.
Point oh, the Tosh show, and
Yep.
he had a different female
Michelle Wee, maybe.
golfer. Yeah, no, oh yeah, it was Michelle Wee,
Okay.
because she said he was making a joke about every time he hit the ball he would yell wee. But she retired relatively young
She did.
because
Now,
she's like 33 or 34.
yeah, and
She also started playing really young.
well, that too, and same as Lexi Thompson. This is like her 17th U.S. Open or 18th U.S. Open. Like the first time she qualified, she was like 12,
Yeah, that's crazy.
which is insane. And I will say, not necessarily saying this is with Lexi, but it's the I don't want to say problem, but it's just the decision that some female athletes have to make is also when they're going into like with motherhood and want to start a family and everything. I think that was partly with Michelle Wee's
Yeah.
thing is I think she was just ready to settle into that part of her life, but also, but again, when you're like somebody like either Michelle or like Lexi Thompson, where you've been in the spotlight for so long, sometimes just that burden is just it's so much to carry, and it
Yeah.
just
It's
wears
just
on you
that it's a
eventually.
burden.
Yeah.
I mean, that's cool though. I mean, good for her to know that, and she's. I don't know how much the women are making right now, but I know those women, like the big names in it, have a good bankroll
Yeah.
with their sponsorships and stuff like that too.
Well, and I think she's had big deals with Puma and Red Bull, I want to say.
Okay.
So, I mean, those are kind of good companies to make some money with, I would
Yep.
say. Um, and then sounds like maybe tomorrow we might find out that Scotty Scheffler's not going to have any charges
Oh, really?
leveled against him. Yeah. Oh boy. I understand. If I were him, me personally, I might try to I would say no, and I would just try to sue him, just to hammer him for libel and discrimination, or not discrimination, but just for libel and everything. But at the same point, I can understand where you just want to make this thing go away and just get back to
Yeah.
life.
Yeah. I think that's where he would be, and I don't. It's not like he needs the money. It's just
Yeah. Where I mean, he did almost have a comeback victory again last week, and then he just kind of ran out of steam in the final round. But
yeah.
now,
What did he finish? 10 under, and the winner was he tied for second. I know,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah. And I think Davis Riley finished at like
had
14, 15 under.
yeah.
But then,
Sad news from that
yeah,
event was gotta look,
Grayson Murray.
Grayson Murray. There you
Yep.
go.
30-year-old
He
Grayson
pulled.
Murray. Yeah. Was won earlier this year in Hawaii for the I think it's in Hawaii for the Sony Open. And he withdrew on Friday with maybe I think 6 holes to play, and he was only one shot off the cut line due to an
Yep.
illness, and unfortunately, he passed away on Saturday morning, taking his own life.
Yep. His family did release that it was unfortunately it was a suicide. So
Yeah.
I'm sure he had some mental demons, and
he had actually, I think
he
publicly
struggled
said,
with.
yeah, with those mental demons and other demons.
Yep.
It's just
And he had some
sad.
drug addictions and stuff, which just extrapolates that stuff, and it's hard to see, and it sucks for him and his family and just everybody. I mean, it's going to be hard on the game of golf.
Well, I mean, you saw some interviews that his playing partner gave, or his playing partner from Friday gave, and it's just crazy to think about.
Yeah.
Unfathomable, I guess.
Yep. I've had suicide close to me, and it's not something I'd wish on anybody, and it's tough to see, and you just your heart goes out to anybody that has to deal with those mental demons directly or indirectly.
Yeah, I know, and that's just where anybody who is out there with those demons just know that there are people. Just reach out to people.
Yep.
You're not alone in any of the battles.
No, I'm always there for anybody that I know.
Same here.
Call me day or night. I know it's just tough, shitty situation.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't really know how the easy way to transition from that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Well, there is none, but it's.
Yeah, But I mean, it has kind of been a slow week in the old sports.
Very
world,
slow.
in all honesty.
Other than playoff hockey, I haven't really paid attention to anything.
Well, I watch cars go in circles, or attempted to watch cars go in circles.
Did they have the race on Monday?
No, so
the NASCAR race.
No, so they finished up. They did the NASCAR race on Sunday, and the rule is in NASCAR when you get past halfway,
Oh,
they can call the race then and there, and they don't resume it. So
okay.
yeah, so we were. I mean, me and a bunch of people on Twitter, including my father, we were ready to stay up till 2:00. I've done that before.
Jets suck.
Thank you, Cody. But yeah, I was ready.
I don't know if your dad listens, but
I have tried to get him to listen, but old people technology. It's a fun thing to try.
And having one of the, like, I know my brother can't listen to it because you're a Packers fan.
Yeah.
And so your dad might not be able to listen to this because I'm a Dolphins fan. I get it.
No, he just has a bunch of other farming videos and every other thing that he has to try to listen to.
Yeah.
I mean, he has like 3 or 4 different farming YouTube channels that I think he watches like every week.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's like, I think it's Cole the Corn Star, the Millennial Farmer. I think that one's from Iowa. One of them's from Iowa, from Iowa.
That's
and then I think there's like a Larson's Farms. I think, I don't know if I'm getting all these names right. And then he'll watch other random videos. Like he'll watch Kyle Busch, the NASCAR driver. He'll put out videos of his kid Brexton, which is fun.
Nice.
Like, because Brexton races and stuff, and it's fun. Like Brexton's only like 10, but it's fun to watch. And yeah, he has found YouTube, and he finds fun things to listen to.
That's good. Good for him.
Yeah, good for Dad. Dad, if you are listening to this somehow, some way, shout out to you.
But the Jets still suck.
So I guess, Cody, since we were talking about the Jets, do you want to talk about football?
I thought you'd never ask.
Okay, so today, on this Tuesday that we're recording, it is 100 days until the NFL season officially starts. We're slowly getting
Heck
there.
yeah.
So I figured,
tomorrow is Jason Taylor away.
Ooh, I like that. So we're just gonna.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I already have number 93 set up then, so we're good to go for next week.
Okay.
If we record on Tuesday, if not 92, I got as well. If we have to do Wednesday, but I digress.
I got 91.
Who's 91?
Cameron Wake.
Oh, duh. Okay, that makes sense. But so I'm gonna try to ask you a question up until probably until we get roughly till maybe the start of the preseason. I'm gonna ask you a question on every pod here. It's kind of a hard hitting question here. Who's the number 1 quarterback in the NFC right now?
NFC,
yes. Because AFC is Mahomes and
loaded.
You don't care after that.
No, I mean I do, but that's a tough question. So I'm gonna go. God, my head and heart. I have to go with Stafford.
Okay, why?
And mostly because he's got the longevity. He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback, and he's been at a high level for a long time. Dak Prescott would be another one in the running, but I don't think he doesn't have the playoff wins. He doesn't have he hasn't done enough. He's had some really good games, but he's also had a lot of stinkers.
Yeah.
Jordan Love's another one I thought about putting in my head, but like too small of a sample size. He's been there for a year.
And only played good for like 8 games down the stretch.
Yeah.
I'll even admit that. So
Purdy, Kirk Cousins coming off an Achilles.
And he's Kirk Cousins, so no, it can't be Kirk.
There's
Goff,
Brock Purdy is Brock Purdy's
system quarterback.
I'm not going to say that because I believe I don't think the system quarterback's my views have changed on that. System quarterback isn't a bad thing. I think because you're going to want to develop a system around your quarterback.
Is that because Tua is a system quarterback?
Sure, I don't care.
Okay.
Dane,
I was trying to get you worked up and everything, and I failed.
He is a system quarterback because they have the perfect system in place for him.
Okay.
Develop a system around your quarterback.
Okay.
make it easier on them.
Okay.
I believe that 100%.
Okay.
I mean, Tom Brady has been the ultimate system quarterback. Well, who is more respected than Tom Brady in the NFL?
Patrick Mahomes?
Right now.
Yeah, that's about all I got.
And you could say Patrick Mahomes is a system quarterback. It's football is his system.
Valid point. I failed my mission. I was trying to get you worked up there, and it didn't quite work.
The Panthers won tonight. I'm happy.
That's good. My start.
And I'm not.
Night, so
I'm not potty training right now. My kid is asleep. And that is. That is more of an endeavor than I thought it was going to be.
How's he coming along?
We have changed a lot of underwear.
Okay. Wait, yours or whose?
Don't want to talk about it.
Okay. Fair point.
It's been a week.
Okay, I'm gonna have to ask about this next week then.
Oh yeah, I'll keep you updated.
Okay, that's good.
But yeah,
would you put Jared Goff up there? I can't believe I'm saying those words.
I mean, he's in the running.
Yeah.
I don't think that any of the. I don't think an NFC quarterback cracks the top 10 of quarterbacks in the NFL right now.
Oh, top 10?
I don't think so.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. So let's talk this out here.
And I'm going to tell everybody, this is kind of how this podcast started. This is what me and Andy do at work.
That is true. We just go off on tangents from where we go off of.
Agree
tangents, but yeah.
Agree or disagree. We do this a lot.
Okay, so Mahomes, Lamar, Burrow,
Allen,
Stroud?
Tua, Herbert, Stroud.
Okay, so that gets us to, what, 8 or 7, right? 7.
Now I gotta think of where I'm at.
Okay, because you had, so you want Mahomes, you can go with Lamar,
Burrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tua, Herbert, Stroud. And somewhere in that range.
Yeah, not necessarily that order.
Okay, so that gets us to 7.
Do
you go Sunshine?
I'm not as high as you are on him. Deshaun, when he's healthy.
Yeah, I put Deshaun in the same category as Rodgers, though. They haven't been healthy.
That is very true. I didn't even mention Rodgers in the NFC quarter. Oh, he's in the AFC. I'm thinking of him as a Packer still, but like.
No, he's no longer with us, so he's gone. He's not our problem.
But okay, you could put him in that top 10 also, maybe. Even though I just dissed him, I hate him.
I put Stafford ahead of Rodgers.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest, just how Rodgers has played, especially how he played this last year in Green Bay.
I'm going to put maybe a lower, maybe in that 8, 9, 10 range.
Yeah.
They're not. I don't think there's one in the top 7, top 8, maybe.
I'll agree with you there. I'll agree, at least right now. Now, again, this might be the Packer fan talking in me, but if Jordan Love plays how he did the second half of last year, if he plays like that this whole year, he's going to win MVP, and then he's probably going to catapult himself into the top 6.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 100%. I think he's right on that cusp of jumping into the next
tier
category.
Yeah, and in all honesty, depending on how Josh Allen does without having Stephon Diggs, he could fall.
Definitely. You've seen him without. His career took off when Diggs came there, and it's going to be very interesting to see him without him.
And like the same point, I mean, don't get me wrong, Deshaun Watson, horrible human being. We can both agree with that, right?
Yep, no issues there.
But if he comes out in balls like how he did just the game where he got hurt against Baltimore, or like how he did when he was in Houston, he could catapult himself back up into that. I mean, he'll never win MVP to save his life.
No, he doesn't have a shot.
Yeah, we both know that too.
OJ had a better shot of coming back into it and winning an MVP before he ever will.
And that's saying a lot.
And OJ's dead. I mean,
yeah. Too bad they never found the killer. He could never find the killer.
He can rest now. I think he can look closer.
He probably can. Actually, he probably did every time he woke up.
That's true.
In the bathroom.
First thing he did in the mirror.
Yeah. He tried looking for the killer, and what do you know? It was right there.
What scumbag.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know, I'm just trying to go through all the other quarterbacks now. Now I got my own wheels thinking. Like, I've never even been high on Russ. So
what about Richardson? Oh no, I don't. I'm not high on Russ.
Yeah, Richardson. Too small sample size. Way too small sample size. Because I have a feeling he could be. I don't know. I just feel like
he's boom or bust. I think he's either going to be boom or bust. I think there's not a lot of in between with him.
Yeah, I think his more thing's just going to be, can he stay healthy? Like, if he stays healthy, I think he has a chance of being very, very, very good. But he needs to take care of his body. If not, he's going to be like Cam, and he's going to be like gone, kind of like Josh Allen in a sense.
I don't think people talk about that with Josh Allen enough. He has gotten beat up, and like I think that not necessarily yet, because I hate the guy because he's a Bill.
Yep.
He's an excellent human being, though. Excellent quarterback. I'm not going to diss that. His fall is going to be very rapid.
Yep. Because his
just
play
like
style, it can't survive. It really
right.
Can't.
Cam Newton. Big Ben, I mean, took his fell off really quickly.
Yep.
He had a long career for the style that he played.
But like the last 3-4 years, he really shouldn't have been there. Like his arm was shot. His whole body was shot.
Yeah, and he also was not the greatest human being either.
Yeah. Yeah. We're sensing a theme here.
And it's that AFC North.
Yeah, it is, I guess, really. It's the new black and blue division for multiple reasons, but so I don't know. Any other football news you want to talk about at all? Do you think of?
And just in the Dolphins thing, I love how much watching them talk. He didn't go to one of the voluntary OTA camp, Tua, because he was at a fundraiser for Nick Saban, like at a golf event with him.
Yeah.
Explained beforehand that he wasn't going to be there, and then the Dolphins made a big deal about it. Or the Dolphins media made a big deal about it, and it's just like, we need news right now because
everybody's starved.
Devils or idle hands or devil's advocate or whatever.
Yeah, well, it's like Jordan Love missed a day of, I think it was OTAs or whatever they had going on, because he went to go watch his girlfriend play professional volleyball in San Diego. So it's like, again, these guys, they do have lives. They have significant others that have lives.
I did see that. I think the NFLPA is talking about kind of cutting down on the
OTAs.
The voluntary stuff,
and then pushing training camp up.
Yes, having longer training camp, but
that'd be interesting.
Like a longer off season still.
Yeah, which I think players would love.
Because most of them are working out year round anyway.
Yep.
It's and anymore, the voluntary stuff isn't really voluntary. I mean, for the most part, like, you're frowned upon pretty hard, unless you're holding out. And then if you don't show up,
and then you're getting fined because you're missing little bonuses or you aren't getting the bonuses that are with the voluntary. I think that would work. I think that would work out good for the NFL. In all honesty,
I don't care what they do. Honestly, like as long as they put on a good show for us, like as long as they know what they're doing, I'm gonna trust in them to let the Players Association do what they do, and I want to see good football. That's all I want.
I know.
And a Dolphin Super Bowl.
You know how we get good football? Hire full-time refs to start off with, and then
that'd be a good start. I believe Angel Hernandez is actually going to come head up the NFL Reffing Association.
I don't really think they can get any worse, even with Angel there. So I think that might be all right. Um, yeah, because some of these guys are they're blind. They're like Angel. They are blind.
Yeah. Also, did I see something about they're going to use some more kind of tracking, at least in the preseason this year,
Yeah, they're
of
gonna
like ball
work.
spotting?
Yeah, they're gonna work on. They're not gonna use it during the regular season, but I think they're gonna test it out in the preseason and
Preseason.
sooner rather than later. The chain gain might be gone. Yeah.
Yeah, thing of the past. Makes sense.
Did you ever do the chain gain, like even
Yes.
as a kid?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I did too. At some of my brothers like youth, little pee wee football.
I remember doing it at, I don't know why we were doing it. I think I did it at a high school game once.
Nice.
When I was like middle school, maybe.
Okay, nice. Well, do you remember
I don't know
what role
why.
you had?
I was I was the first down marker.
Okay, I got you. I think I got to be the actual just down, yeah, like the first down marker,
Oh,
like the
I remember what it was.
where
It
the-
wasn't my it
where the
wasn't
line
high
of
school. It
scrimmage
was
at. Okay.
when I was in 7th or 8th grade. I did If I was in 7th grade, I did the 8th grade.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always fun too because got to do it with buddies, and when you get to do it with friends, that's always a fun time. Then you're tossing the football around either in between games or at halftime,
Oh yeah.
and actually make it look like you're the stars there. Because that was about the only athletic feat that I could do.
Because you are the star. I mean, you're not, but
The other guys were though. The other guys were. I was just there.
for sure.
I was just there for entertainment.
You are entertaining.
Thank you, Cody. Hey, you know what was also entertaining? Like when we were kids, or just even now, cartoons.
Always fantastic.
I love cartoons.
Nice segue.
Thank you. That was a nice setup. I will say that was a nice setup that you had.
We should do a top 5 on favorite cartoons.
Wow, that's a good idea.
Full of them.
What, of 2?
Maybe 3.
Okay, three for Dale. Okay,
3 for Dale.
Okay, that's good.
All right.
Hey, look at you learning. That's good.
I watched NASCAR when Dale Earnhardt was still there.
I know, but I'm more just copying me on doing the 3 for Dale thing.
Oh, that's true.
That is what I like. So, as always, our top 5 is brought to you by Lick Tags. Lawn care, and they specialize in complete lawn maintenance and health, snow and ice control, and small engine repairs.
Okay, number?
You can call them at 1-641-330-1927.
Nice.
Thank you. I gotta get better at that. I'll slowly get better at that as we go on.
You know what I did?
What?
I wrote it down and keep it on my computer.
I should do that. One of these days I'll get there.
Because I kept having to look on my phone trying to figure it out. Like, I'm too stupid to do that. But speaking of stupid, my number 5 is South Park.
Oh,
I had a long love affair with South Park. I don't watch it regularly. I don't watch any of the cartoons religiously anymore, but South Park, you can just always throw an episode on and be entertained.
See, my first experiences with South Park was in college. Gonna be honest.
Nice.
So, got to watch good old Sarcastable.
Nice.
During when the NFL was getting really soft and everything. That was always fun. I do love the Little League episode, where they're trying to lose.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yes.
And then that's where the memes come from, where you see Randy Marsh saying, "I didn't hear no bell."
Some of my early memories of South Park were my brother watched it religiously because he was in high school when it came out, and I was a wee little lad, and he would videotape, put them on VHS, and I would sneak into his room and take the VHSs and watch them when he wasn't home.
Look at you. Look at you.
Little rebel.
You were cool back then.
I was. Still, I don't know back then means, because as you're wiping the butt of a toddler that just duked in his pants, you don't feel cool. Cool is not the word I would ever use for me anymore, or ever.
Okay. Well, that's what I said back then. Maybe not necessarily now, but you were cool back then. No? Okay.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Okay. Oh boy. Now this was I'm gonna be honest. This was a tough list here. Had to go through all my cartoons that I've watched. But number five, I'm gonna go to as an old Cartoon Network one. It's called Codename Kids Next Door. Love it.
Never seen that.
It's very good. Those who know. Very very fun cartoon. That
Look into that one.
you should. I highly recommend it. I know you won't, but continue. Continue with your list.
I mean, there's a lot of ones that like are popping into my head, but I still wouldn't consider them like top five. Like Dexter's Laboratory and Johnny Bravo and Ed, Ed and Eddie. Those were all good. And Animaniacs was another one I watched. There's a lot of really good cartoons back in the day.
Have you ever wanted to taste what a Jawbreaker tastes like?
I've had Jawbreakers.
Okay. I didn't know they were actually real. I thought they were fake.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I didn't.
No, I remember on a youth group trip to go skiing when I was in high school. We stopped at the Mall of America and they had a candy store that was like had a like going out of business sale, and they had so many. I bought so many Jawbreakers. You can buy them at Casey's though, like they're small.
Oh, okay.
Small ones at Casey's, and they're like red or they're kind of like a Gobstopper, only better.
Okay, I got you.
God, I might have to get some Jawbreakers. But I used to get like at that candy store in the mall. I remember getting some like not baseball, but bigger than golf ball sized ones.
Okay.
Oh, fantastic! Can't believe I've never had a Jawbreaker.
You shouldn't be surprised.
I'm not. I said I was, and I don't mean it. With you, nothing surprises me.
I have that effect on people.
My number 4 is one of my childhood favorites. Rugrats.
We're on the same wavelength there. That's my number 4 as well.
Nice.
I'm gonna be honest. That's my number 4.
Now you don't even have to say number 4 because we both know. Yeah.
I know.
Rugrats was fantastic, man.
I know.
I didn't do much of like the after like Dill was born, I guess, but like the early Rugrats.
Yep. No, I got
fantastic.
I got you. Just can you just imagine like going on those quote unquote big adventures as a toddler like that?
Just I've seen a lot of theories on that show, and some of them are dark, man.
Like what? Share.
Like Angelica, or all of the other kids died, and Angelica was just imagining them, and that's why they would always listen to her because she was the only one that had lived. Okay, it was dark.
Wow. Okay. Dang. Yeah. No. Such a good show though. Such a good show. It's imaginations run wild.
They do
with that show. Okay. Well, that's my number 4, I guess. So.
Number Tres, which is Spanish for 3. Bob's Burgers.
Okay.
I love that show. Like that's probably the only cartoon that's currently running that I will watch semi-regularly.
See, I've tried watching that show. I can't do it. It doesn't do it for me.
Oh, the comedy in that one just it matches my sarcasm, and I don't know. And the fact that I just started sarcasm like I did was weird.
You're sarcastic?
I've been told.
Wow. I would never get
at work the other day, I was saying something to one of my coworkers, Miss Kate, and I had to like really work hard at explaining to her that I was being serious and I wasn't being sarcastic at the time. I'm like, I don't remember what we were talking about, but I was like, no, I'm being serious. She's like, no, seriously, it really is hard. I'm like, I know, I'm being serious. But then I was starting to laugh while I was saying it because it was funny that she didn't believe me.
Yeah, Cody, the problem with you and me, we are very sarcastic people.
Yeah, it's
basically our main language.
Kind of a problem.
Yeah, it's our main language.
It gets me in trouble a lot.
It doesn't quite get me there yet. I just know how to. I know how to turn it off and turn it on.
It's always on.
For you?
Yep.
Or for me? Okay. Oh.
For me, for sure.
Okay.
I can believe you when you say things sometimes. I don't know if people believe me when I say things.
That is true. Now that part I can understand. Okay, my number 3, I'm gonna go with Jimmy Neutron. Boy Genius.
Never seen it.
It's on Nick. Very, very good. Very, very good. Ah. Oh, dang it. Okay. Oh, hold on. I have to redo my whole list. I
Cat
completely screwed
Dog?
up. No. So we're gonna take off Codename Kids Next Door. We're gonna push that way down. We'll put Rugrats at 4. Put Jimmy Neutron at
Rugrats was already number 4.
All right, I'll put that at 5. Sorry, I'm gonna push Jimmy Neutron
Okay.
down to 4. This is what happens when I just come up with a list on the spot. I knew this was gonna happen, and there's a reason why I'm tying these together. But we're gonna put Jimmy Neutron at 4. We're gonna put the Fairly Odd Parents at number 3.
Okay.
I love the Fairly Odd Parents.
Okay. Didn't watch that either. I did watch Cow and Chicken. I'm just remembering. I'm getting new ones.
I'm trying to remember that one.
I'm not changing my order at all, but
Yeah.
I'm getting some new ones. Looney Tunes was another one I used to love.
See, I love the Looney Tunes. But
Tiny Toon Adventures.
Ooh, like the little when they were babies. That's the one.
No.
Oh.
No, when they were like, I remember watching a movie like the Tiny Toon Adventures.
Oh.
Summer Vacation. That was a great movie.
Now I'm thinking of more too, and because I mean like Tom and Jerry.
Oh, Tom and Jerry was fantastic.
I love Tom and Jerry.
But like, I'm thinking to myself, if I didn't think of them immediately, they're not a top 5.
No, that's understandable. And again, my top 2 are basically set in stone. It's just the rest of them were a revolving door of how I wanted to put them in there.
Perfect.
But yeah, no, number 3, I'll go with the Fairly Odd Parents.
Number 2.
Okay.
It's Futurama. I love that.
I tried watching some of it. Couldn't do it.
You're dumb.
Futurama. I am very dumb.
I love
but yes.
Futurama. Which I haven't watched the new, because they redid it, or not redid it, but started 10 years later. They did another season, and it was okay, but the early episodes of it were fantastic.
I gotcha. I'm gonna kind of stick in that same ballpark though for my number 2. We're going with Family Guy.
Nice.
I love Family Guy.
I think anybody that's listened to this show will know your number 1.
They will. They will. It's not that hard. It's really not that
hard. My number 1 is Scooby-Doo.
Ooh, that's a good one too.
I love Scooby-Doo. Growing up, I can't wait till my kids start watching a little bit. They haven't yet, but I'll be pushing it on them.
You gotta show them the Scooby-Doo movies then too, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Not just the animated ones, the live action one.
No.
Too. Especially the first live action one was really good.
First one was really good.
Yeah.
Freddie Prinze Jr. and
Yep.
Yeah, that was good.
Sarah Michelle Gellar, is that it?
Yeah, which I think they're married in real life.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, that was good.
Good old Scooby-Doo though. Okay, so do you want me to say my number 1? You know my number 1. Everybody in America knows my number 1. It's
SpongeBob SquarePants.
It is SpongeBob.
I should. Damn it! Can we edit that? I want to say. Do you want to ask my number 1? I'll say, who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
I can find a way to edit that, or I can just ask
you don't need to.
Yeah, but who does live in a pineapple under the sea, Cody? It is SpongeBob SquarePants. I love SpongeBob. I love Patrick Star. Patrick is what makes that show. I know you don't watch SpongeBob at all, but
nope.
Earlier SpongeBob, way so much better. I've seen some of the newer episodes, and it's just like most shows, they get stupid. It gets like a forced stupid type deal where they try to act.
I mean, I think South Park has done the same thing. I think Family Guy has done the same thing. Probably, but
where they kind of overdo it a bit. But yeah, I love me some good SpongeBob. The bubble bowl.
Someday I'll get. I believe my wife agrees with you. She loves SpongeBob, but she's also the one that won't let her kids watch it yet.
Why? See, I've heard people say that they either won't let their kids watch them, or as kids their parents didn't let them watch it. And I don't understand that at all.
I think there is some inappropriate stuff in some of them.
Yeah, if you're really looking for that, but if not, if you're just enjoying the show, then it's like with any show. I mean,
there's inappropriate stuff.
You watch any old Disney movie, and you can find many inappropriate things in.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, in all honesty, but I love that little yellow dude. So yeah, that is our top 5 for the week.
This is a good top 5.
It is. It is. And you know that I think we both rattled off about another like 5 or 10.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we do that a lot of times. So
that is true.
Didn't have any like usually we have some just out of the cut line, but
there were a bunch that were just out of the cut though. But yeah, good old Saturday morning cartoons, especially when you were little. Just watch.
Oh yeah, Rocky and Bullwinkle. There's a lot of them I remember watching.
I loved Recess. That was a
Johnny Quest.
I'm trying to think if I remember.
Adventures of Johnny Quest.
That sounds really familiar.
It's fantastic. Johnny Bravo.
Yep.
I might have said that one already.
I remember Rocket Power on
never.
That was good. Or the Wild Thornberries.
I never saw it, but I do remember it.
Okay, that was good. That was good too. Fun times. Well, anything else you want to add on to this episode at all?
No, I think just people keep liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing also would be helpful.
Yeah. Again, let us know if there's anything that you want us to see or anything you want us to like stop blabbering about. We're big boys. We can handle it. Kind of.
Yep. I'll have to console Andy when he's crying, but it's fine.
Yeah, I might shed a single or 5 tears, but we'll see. But yeah, follow us on the socials, and yeah, that's about it. So Cody,
remember that fullbacks are people too.
Thank you everybody for listening. R.I.P. to Harambe, and we will see you next week.
Peace.